And once again, good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome back to the Dr. Don Road Show. We are live and in living color in downtown Roanoke, Alabama for the 14th annual Fall on Main Street Festival. It is underway this morning in downtown Roanoke. We're real easy to find. We're right across the street from Genesis Weight Clinic. You know, they're one of our supporters and partners here on Dr. Don's Weather. We're right next to the Roanoke Rotary Club. And then we also have the Randolph County Rescue Squad just to our right. And we're right on the sidewalk here in downtown Roanoke. So we're real easy to find. When you get here, be sure you come by and say, hey, I love those neck hugs. And I might even have a T-shirt or two, but you got to ask for it. Come by and say, where's that Dr. Don T-shirt? And I'll hook you up as long as supplies last here at the 14th Annual Fall on Main Street. And I just went out and walked around a little bit, take a look at what all's here. And I'm telling you, if they have it at a festival, you're going to find it here. Everything is here. 240 some odd booths are set up. Arts and crafts, jellies, jams. I mean, there's every kind of Christmas gift you could possibly imagine. This is where you need to be today in downtown Roanoke, Alabama. You folks over in Carroll County, Hurd, Troup, down into Harris County, Chambers County, Clay County, Tallapoosa. I challenge all of you to come on over and see us here at Dr. Don's booth set up at the 14th Annual Fall on Main Street. Yeah, about once or twice a year we have a chance to come back home and just kind of get out here and mix and mingle with you folks, and we want you to come by and see us today and have a good time with us. So we're going to be here till about 1:30 this afternoon. The weather is going to be absolutely perfect. We're talking partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies today. We're got a little sunshine out here right now, though. 69 will be your high, down to 56 for your overnight low tonight, and they will introduce that 20% chance of rain after midnight tonight, and we'll increase that to a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms on your Sunday. We have a pretty significant low-pressure system off to our west, and that'll be moving in here on Sunday, which will give us a pretty wet day throughout most of the day. It'll be one of those situations where it'll rain off and on pretty much all day long, and be breezy from time to time as well. We're talking temperatures. Just get out and come over here. You act like you can't walk. Come sit. Hey, he's not fixing to work. Come sit down.
I ain't gonna work.
Come over here and sit down. Sit down. Come sit down. Y'all ain't gonna believe who's walking up on me. It's the man. It's the voice of the Handley Tigers, Mr. Adam Slay. How you doing,
Who's been in hiatus?
You have been in hiatus. I'm awfully glad to see you here.
It's good to be out. The last few days have been much better.
Absolutely. Well, that's good. I'm glad to see you out and about, and I'm glad to see you here with us today. And y'all got a booth set up too down here.
Yeah, just on the other side of Matt, and Matt didn't get the message it was going to be cool today, so he wore shorts.
Yeah, I know how that goes. The folks around these parts love to wear some shorts. Well, we got some food.
Breakfast pizza.
Breakfast pizza. Look at this, y'all. Look what I'm finna eat. Good stuff. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Well, you showed up just in the nick of time, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's warm too. It's hot. Look at that. It's got some eggs.
Go ahead and help yourself.
I'm going to. It's got some. You want to just take over and I'll eat?
Yeah. Hey, just give me the mic. I'll take over.
How you doing, brother?
I was getting dressed this morning, and I got the message that you were on live, and I said, well, I guess I better hurry up so I can get down there and steal the show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I left the mountain about 3 o'clock my time this morning, rolled through Atlanta around 5 o'clock, and one-armed this tent in the cover of darkness before the sun came up this morning, and got her did.
Well, I figured that you would come down yesterday, that you'd cut the weather early, and you'd come down and visit your son and see your grandyoungins.
Yeah, well, the daytime job got in the way of those plans. You know how that goes.
He has a daytime. He has a real job now, folks. In case you didn't know, Dr. Don has a real job.
I do. Absolutely, I do. How you doing? Good. Thank you. But anyway, hey, we're right here at the end of football season. Last night was the final night for regular high school football. Playoffs are about to get underway. You guys run the iSchool Sports Network. You cover all the schools in Randolph County. What are the plans for playoffs? Who we got and where they're going to be?
Well, we'll start out, and excuse me, folks, I apologize. I do have some congestion.
He's a little teary because he gets to sit next to me. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm going to go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there that Don may have to take the mic back away from me. I am not sick. You know that. You understand what it's from. It's from the cancer treatment. But anyway, let's get back to what's real. And what's real is playoff football. And we'll start out with Hanley. Hanley will be home Friday night here at Wright Field, and they will take on West Blockton. The Wadley Bulldogs, unfortunately, they finished in a three-way tie for first, but they are going to end up in the number 3 seed. And that means that they will have to travel, and they will have to travel to Pickens County, and that's a place where we got so familiar with last year because the Bulldogs went over there and took care of business in the semifinals and earned their first ever state championship bid. All right, and then the Randolph County Tigers finished second in their region, right behind Dadeville. And Randolph County will be at home. They will get to host a playoff game, and that is going to be against Alabama Christian. And so they will play at home. Unfortunately, the Woodland Bobcats did not make it this year. They finished 1-9 under new coach Joel Shrink. When you only got 2 players coming back from last year, you probably don't expect much.
Yeah, they're young. Obviously, I heard Taylor talking about that last night in the pregame show about they're young, and I heard the comparison to Wadley when they were young, Randolph County when they were young, but they got the program going. They got to where they wanted to go, and Woodland can do the same thing.
That's exactly right. And it's Tim Altork. I don't know if many folks got to watch our show. It is up on YouTube the other night, but Tim Altork brought up a good point. Randolph County went 1-9 last year. Mm-hmm. They finished 8-2 this year. In 27 to 20, let's see, Hanley finished 2-8 in a season several seasons ago, and then ended up winning the state championship. Right. Wadley went 3-6, 3-7 a couple of years ago, and ended up finishing and making a bid for the state championship for a couple of years in a row. So, if history holds itself, things will turn around very quickly.
Everybody seems to understand that concept except Auburn, so
no comment. I'm gonna leave you alone.
I opened the window I gave you the opportunity, and you didn't take advantage of it.
No, I'm going to leave you alone.
When we start getting old, it doesn't mean that much anymore. I mean, it does, but it's not as passionate as we used to be about it.
No, and I'll be totally honest with you. I watch probably as little college football simply because of all the things that go on with it now. The transfer portal, we could go on and on, but there are just so many things that
it isn't college football like it used to be.
No. When you and I were growing up, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun. But when you're and I don't have any problem or much problem with the NILs, but there's got to be some limit, there's got to be some guidance, and there's got to be some restrictions on it. But those little things right there have ruined college football for me.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have just done a fantastic job with the iSchool Sports Network. I know West Kenzie is just smiling, grinning from ear to ear with the improvements and the success that you guys have had with the network. It's not just Randolph County high school football now. I mean, it's pretty much year-round.
That's exactly right. We cover basketball. We're going to cover Game of the Week, and then of course you got to throw in Southern Union, the Wadley campus that houses all the athletics. And we not only do their athletic events, but Don, we live stream their graduations. We've live streamed some of their faculty meetings, some in-service. They don't call it in-service, but for lack of a better word, high schools call it in-service, and they don't call it in-service. Right. But we do that as well, and so we do. And there's nothing. Listen, folks, there is nothing. And I'm going to give us a plug here. It is nothing on a Tuesday afternoon in the spring. We'll be at Southern Union doing a softball game, and there'll be 300 people watching, or 300 connections. And you know about connections and viewers. You get 300 connections watching a softball game. That's pretty strong.
It is. It's very strong. And I don't know how you do it, but you even make Lon Hurst sound good on Friday nights.
That's because we limit what he does.
Because you keep him at bay.
We keep him at bay. We tell him, now, Lon, you can do this and you can do that, but
We're talking about you.
Yeah, but you got to be quiet on some things.
Come on. You just squat down behind Adam. Come around here behind Adam.
Oh, you on the...
That's where you stay most time, is squatting down behind Adam anyway. So I just wanted to,
I don't want to look too much taller than him.
That's right.
It won't take much.
We were just talking about everything that you guys do on not just Friday nights, but year-round with high school sports, and just giving y'all a chance to toot your own horn. And I was just bragging on what a great job you guys do. And there's a lot that goes into that. You know, folks think you just show up at a football game and you grab a microphone, you start talking. But when you guys added video to your audio, that's a whole nother ball game.
Absolutely, and I mean, a lot of times people don't realize the pre-preparation, the thought process. What do we got to do with the website? All these kind of things. What changes have to be made? We move that thing around 100 times a week sometimes.
I got to tell this story. The video was dreamed up on the beach. Okay, it was dreamed up on my a summer vacation. And Wes, my son, and I were sitting on the beach, and we were probably partaking in an adult
Cocktail.
beverage.
I understand. Yeah.
You understand?
Too late. I got you.
Something that gives you mental strength.
It makes you a little brave.
Yeah, and but anyway, I turned around and told Wes. I said I'm going to do video, and the Southern Union wanted video anyway.
Right.
And so we I told him, I said, this is what my plan is. So I called my two right-hand men, Matt and Lon, and I say, this is what we're going to do. Can we do it? Because we ain't got no choice. I've already put it out there that we're going to do it. And it's worked like a charm. And Lon works behind the scenes. Matt works behind the scenes a lot. And that's what it takes. It's just a group effort.
It is a group effort. One person, two people, even three people can't do it. I mean, especially when you guys, you got, on any given Friday night, you got 4 different crews going. Not all of them are doing video at the same time, but it's still a lot to keep track of, make sure equipment's working, and it was just been there, done that. I know the kind of work and effort you guys have to put into it, and just congratulations, y'all doing a great job.
I was going to say, so he calls and asks, can we do this? The answer was yes. And then the question was how.
Yeah.
So we were just,
right.
Yes, we can.
Exactly.
How do we do it?
I told Mr. Markham and Coach Strain in the same conversation. I said, hey guys, we're going to do video, and this is what we're going to do. And I had a little different idea for pay-per-view at the time because it was COVID. It was a COVID year, and I thought maybe that we could stream it maybe to the theater downtown, and people could buy a ticket and go in, or stream it to churches. And that was my original idea. But when we actually got down to brass tacks and the pay-per-view stuff worked out, then it was a perfect thing, and it's worked beautiful. Now, this year the gates have gone back up,
right.
So the crowds. But what it has done is it has allowed the alumni to be able to go and have an outlet to watch the games and keep up, because I hear more from the alumni that don't live around here than I do anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I get to watch all the games on Friday nights up in Northeast Georgia. My daughter listens and watches the games down in Albany on Friday night. So, there's a y'all may hear all kind of stuff going off in my pocket. That's my day job. Telling me that stuff's... Yes, tell them. Oh, look, 911 doesn't stop on Saturdays. Trust me. I was on the phone this morning driving down here. But anyway, congratulations, guys.
I'm
doing a good.
You
got to work. You got to work so you can sit here and have a good time and talk with me. I got you. I know how that works.
They took my tent away. They took my tent away, and I brought a tent, and I was waiting on somebody to set it up, so I may not set it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know you're going to be around a while today, and we'll get you back in here again before we get out of here. But again, Adam, awfully good to see you here. I know that you've been through a lot here lately, and you've been able to, along with the help from several other people, you've been able to keep high school sports going, and even through the health issues that you've been going through. And I know it's not easy. We've all been concerned about you. We've all been praying about you and for you, and we're here to continue to do that and help you any way we possibly can.
Let me say one thing before you let me out of here, because I got to say this, and it's funny that you mentioned it. You're talking about Wes Kinsey and how proud he would be. I was thinking about Wes last night, but I was thinking about Chris May. Chris has had to transition over the past couple of years a little bit. He's had to cover for me in some other sicknesses that I've had. And Chris, I was sitting there thinking, Wes would be so proud of Chris May.
Wouldn't he, though? Yeah, he does a fantastic job. He really does.
Oh yeah, Chris is. I can remember when we first started. Now, he was like, "Get that thing away from me." That he didn't want any part of that.
Yeah. And I remember a few bike hikes at the radio station when I'd walk around and he'd be on a bike. He would shy away from the microphone. So yeah, he has come a long way.
Well, and I can't say enough about Chris and all the guys, and really, you talk about my cancer treatments and everything. Look, all the guys stepped up to the plate, and Tim Altork discussed it with me, and he said, "Look, whatever you need during all this, we got you covered." And that's what it's all about. We're small. We're just like you. You're a very small operation. You're a 2 or 3 man person crew, because I got to count Tracy in that.
Absolutely.
with you. But
while she's laid up on the couch watching game day.
Yeah, but it's we probably got 15 or 16 guys, and every one of them stepped up and stepped outside the box.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. Congratulations on the great job you guys are doing. Look forward to working with you guys through the playoffs, and hopefully we end up with several teams up there playing for that crown.
Down there.
Down there.
That's going to be at
That's
Jordan
right. It's
Hare.
going to be at Auburn this
It's
year.
going to be at Jordan Hare this year.
Absolutely. Well, I guess that'll be a good. I might have a reason to be at Jordan Hare after all this year.
Well, listen, I've had the opportunity to do one in all 3 of the venues that they've done it: Bryant Denny, Jordan Hare, and Progressive Life.
Yep, absolutely. I've done everything but Jordan Hare, even Legion Field. I got to throw that in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So you and I are kind of an elite category.
Absolutely.
We'll start a high school football Hall of Fame for
For Don and Adam.
For Don and Adam. There you go.
Works for me. Absolutely. All right, folks, we're going to be here all day long with the 14th annual Fall on Main Street. I want to show you the radar right quick. We've got a mess out in Arkansas and Louisiana, and that stuff is slowly working toward Alabama. Won't be in here, though, until sometime on Sunday. It's going to be a wet, rainy day all day long, so just plan on that. We're talking today, mostly cloudy skies. 69 degrees will be your afternoon high. 70% chance of rain on Sunday, 69. And then by the time we get to Monday, the rain should be gone by noon on Monday, back to partly cloudy skies, mostly sunny conditions late in the day on Monday. Temperatures will be in the low 70s for the rest of the week, and overnight lows will be in the low 50s. We are having a good time at the 14th annual Fall on Main Street in downtown Roanoke, Alabama. We want you to come be a part of it. Stop by the booth and say hey, and don't forget about those neck hugs. Except Pat Aubrey. I'm not hugging his neck. I will shake his hand, though. We're having a good time.